Hey friends, I'm reporting on my experience with the chapter about faith. Um, I thought it was interesting how Napoleon said that you may develop faith at will after mastering the 13 principles, which is in line with what we hear in the Bible and also what I've studied with metaphysics. Um, it's a concept a lot of people don't know, or but I think it's amazing, and he keeps leading us to the next chapter, which is autosuggestion. It's like you can't have faith until you go to this next step. So I'm ready to do the autosuggestion. Um, I like how he said that you need to conduct yourself right now as if you're already in possession of the thing that you desire, and I hear that all the time. Um, and that's what I'm trying to do. I don't spend 30 minutes a day envisioning it yet, but um, and then he also said the mind comes to take on the nature of the thoughts that inhabit it. Um, that made me aware of a very strong feel sense of self-responsibility. Um, I'm sure autosuggestion will address that, but the fact that the thoughts that I have manifest my reality. I mean, it's sobering, but it's also empowering. It's both. It's kind of like reminds me of parenting, because you're, especially during the first 7 years, your children do everything that you do. They imitate you totally, which is really scary when you see them not acting um, as you would want them to act because they had to learn it from somewhere. But it's also amazing that it's so easy to teach them. All you have to do is do it, and they'll do it as well. Unfortunately, that kind of wanes after the first 7 years. Um, about the self-confidence, I was pleased to find that, according to the list that he had, um, after looking that over, I realized my self-confidence is pretty high. And I attribute my high self-confidence to the fact that I am going through this kind of desire phase of my life, what I talked about in my last video, where I'm, I'm valuing my desires. Um, I am turning those desires into measurable goals. And I know that I have to make a plan and act that plan out consistently over time in order to be successful, which goes back to the compound effect. But I think for me, self-confidence can be contributed to creating the life that you want, seeing that you are a creator and experiencing that power. Um, where I get tripped up, and I have in the past, was I'll read a book like this that just like throws truth out all over the place, and it just inspires me to no end. Um, and then I won't always agree with the action that they tell me to take to experience that truth for myself, because as you guys know, a book like this, you read it, but you have to do it if you want to experience what it points to. So I've gotten tripped up in the taking consistent action over time aspect of success, and that's one of the reasons I love being a coach and having a Beachbody business, because I've heard commit to it for a year, commit to it for 5 years, and having that time commitment helps me relax into just doing it every day. And I want to let you guys know that if you ever have a dream where you're pregnant or someone else is pregnant, it means that you are, I guess, gestating an idea. And if you give birth in a dream, it means that you manifested that idea. And I thought it was funny. The other day, I watched a Mark J training, and he said to call an old friend and tell him up front it was a prospecting call, and say, would it be okay with you if I give you my little business spiel and then we can catch up with each other? That was his catchphrase, was, would it be okay with you if? And I couldn't believe he was just telling me to call people and say it's a prospecting call. I mean, he seems so sneaky all the time with the subconscious stuff. But it's important to me to put this stuff into practice. And so that Friday night, I decided to do this on Friday. And Friday night I had a dream that I was about to give birth. And then Saturday, I actually worked the skill, and it went really well. I was surprised I just couldn't believe I was saying it was a prospecting call. But you learn something new every day, especially when you listen to Mark J. And then the last thing I'd like to say is when we did the beliefs exercise, where we listed 5 beliefs that we want to have, that we feel like we need to have in order to become who we want to be and reach our goal. And then we had to write 5 that we already possess that were influencing achieving our goal. And I was surprised to find that the lists were the same, which was also very encouraging, because it showed me, I had no idea why he was having us do that or what exercise would come after the first one, but because I had no idea where he was going, I did it totally open-mindedly, and it showed me that I already possess all the qualities that I think I need to have to be what I want to be. And it's such a relief, and it's freeing, and it's awesome. I mean, that's definitely what the most exciting thing that came out of the section on faith was the affirmation that I am already who I want to be. I just have to act it out every day. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. See you soon.